Welcome back, friends, and today I have decided that because I build a lot in The Sims, it makes sense for me to rank all the worlds. So I decided I was going to do a tier maker. So starting off, our categories, we have Need It, which is like top tier, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like It is like second tier. Meh is like in the middle. Hate It is, and it's just there. Delete It is absolutely not, does not exist. So for Delete It, I'm throwing Batu in there because Batu is a pack that doesn't deserve to exist. I don't know why it exists. I don't understand why it exists. Anyways, next we have, what is it called? Evergreen Harbor. I like Evergreen Harbor. I think it's a nice world. It has, like, the transformation when you play through eco lifestyle. I think it's nice. Forgotten Hollow's kind of meh. Like, if you don't have vampires, you don't really have a reason to be there, and it's quite small anyways. Like, if you're not a vampire, you don't really have a reason to be there. And also, like, in the game, if you don't have a mod, I have a mod that fixes this, but in game, it's, even though it's dark there all the time, basically, it says that it's not, like, dark there, and your vampires can die from the sun. Even though in Forgotten Hollow, it's literally, like, dark all the time. Anyways, Glimmerbook. Meh, I haven't played in Glimmerbook. It's pretty, it's a nice world. I'm sure it has a great personality, but not for me. Granite Falls. Contrary to popular belief, I like Granite Falls. I think Granite Falls is a nice world. I like Granite Falls. I think it's fun. It's fun to take your Sims camping. I don't know, it could use a refresh, but overall, it's a good world. Hinford on Bagley. It's a meh. I don't go there. I feel like if you're not, like, farming, you don't really have a reason to go there. Magnolia Promenade. I like Magnolia Promenade. I think Magnolia Promenade is a superb world. I like to place restaurants and stuff there and, like, shopping districts. I think it's so fun. Moonwood Mill. I just built in Moonwood Mill and was disappointed. Like, today I just built a house there and I was disappointed with how small it is. So, like, Moonwood Mill. I give it a meh. Mount Komorebi. I like Mount Komorebi. I really do. I think Mount Komorebi is a nice world that does not get the love and affection it deserves. I don't know. I like that entire pack of Snowy Escape, but I feel like it's kind of shunned and forgotten. It's a kind of forgotten pack. New Crest. Absolutely needed. New Crest is such a needed pack. I love New Crest. Like, I have a habit of just, like, building. And sometimes I feel bad when I bulldoze, like, Townie's house. Like, example, the Goffs, I know they're rich, and, like, I'm not hurting them. But when I go in and bulldoze their lot, I feel bad. However, I like New Crest. I think New Crest is a good addition. It's such a good addition. I genuinely like New Crest. I think New Crest is so good. Like, New Crest is such a good world. You can do a lot with New Crest. It's so diverse, and you can set it up in any way you want to set it up. Like, you can do that with the other worlds just fine. However, I feel like New Crest, it doesn't have, like, a set layout. Like, I mean, it kind of does, but not really. I really do like New Crest. Oasis Springs. I like Oasis Springs. I think it's a good world. I think it's nice. I don't often live there with my Sims because it looks like that outside my house. And, you know, The Sims is like a magical world. Don't really want to see it. I like San Myshuno. I think San Myshuno is a great world. Great potential, great execution, like 10 out of 10. I think San Myshuno is one of the best worlds. I might be being biased because City Living was the first expansion pack I ever got. But I think San Myshuno is a good world. Like, I like San Myshuno. I think it is so gorgeous. And the festivals and the culture and, like, the way that in apartments, like, your Sims can be woken up by their neighbors. I think it's such a fun touch. I love San Myshuno. I think San Myshuno is great. Selva Dorada. I like it. I think it's pretty. If you asked me this a couple, like, years back, I would have put, well, I just got this pack, like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. But if you asked me when Jungle Adventure came out, my thoughts and opinions, I would say yes, because I think it's an absolutely gorgeous world. I think it's so pretty. It's a prime spot for your Sims to get married. However, I don't go there often. Like, I feel like once you play through, like, the temples and stuff, once you play through them a few times, It's like repetitive, and there's not really much replayability there. Alright, on to Strangerville. I like Strangerville. I'm not gonna put it in Need It, because Strangerville looks like the outside. It looks like what the outside of my house looks like. I like Strangerville. I think it's a nice world. I think it could be bigger, though. I feel like it's kind of small. I really do like it, though. I think it's nice. I think it's a nice, good quality world. Sulani. I love Sulani. I think Sulani is pretty. Amazing prime real estate for your Sims to get engaged. It's just pretty there. It's pretty. I like it. I think it's pretty. On to Tartosa. This world came with my wedding disasters. I'll give it a meh. I like it. And it's the same thing I have with Moonwood Mill. It's a good quality world. I feel like it could be bigger, but I do like how it kind of has that open concept kind of thing. So I like that. I do like Tartosa. However, I prefer other worlds above Tartosa. But Tartosa is a nice world. I'll give it to Tartosa. It's a good world, and I am probably going to build restaurants in it. But for the purpose it's intended for, I will not be using that world for that purpose. Willow Creek. I like Willow Creek. I really do. I'm not going to put it in Need It, even though you kind of do need it because it's a base game world. But me personally, I like Willow Creek. But I feel like I have to have a specific idea of a build. It's a very stylized world. Windenburg is S tier, bro, I swear. Windenburg is a good world. It's a big world. It's lots of different styles. I think Windenburg is a nice world. There's lots of things you can do in Windenburg. Lots of open space. Lots of good places for your Sims to get engaged. I know I keep saying I don't really have my Sims get married, because I don't, but when they do, they always have nice big weddings, nice engagement photos. So Windenburg, I'm putting in Needed, because I like Windenburg. And the lore behind it, where you have Emily, the little sea monster. Windenburg is a good world. I like Windenburg. Del Sol Valley is going in meh. It's a good world. I like it. I think it's pretty and everything, but it's small. You can't really do much. If you're not playing Get Famous, you can't really do much with Del Sol Valley. Copperdale, I would have put it in meh, but since the update a couple weeks back where they fixed it and they changed the lighting and made the lighting different, so it's not all the harsh shadows. Because I built a house in there when my high school years came out. So I built a house there, with just base game and high school years. And the shadows were really harsh. So I'm glad they fixed it, because it's actually a really pretty world. So it's going in the like it tier. Brightchester is going in meh. It's going in meh. I'm sorry, Brightchester. It's an okay world. But I feel if your Sims aren't going to university, you really have no need of being there. You don't need to be there. And it's so small, you can't really do much in Brightchester besides have a frat house or sorority house and maybe a restaurant. I do like that one lot, though. There's one lot that's kind of in a cul-de-sac. I like that lot. Brindleton Bay. I like Brindleton Bay. I think it's pretty. It was one of the first what was it called? It was one of the first worlds where you can actually have your Sims go swimming. And I think that's nice. There's a lot in Brindleton Bay where a lot of beach houses were built by not only me, but a lot of Simmers before we got Sulani. So I like it. I think it's a good quality world. I didn't put anything in Hate It. And I think that's comical, because Journey to Batu went straight to delete it, but not a single thing is in Hate It. And, they all have, valid reasonings. But Journey to Batu, it's not a world. It's technically a world, but at the same time, it's not a world. Journey to Batu is not a world. Journey to Batu is not a world. So in Need It, we have in no particular order, we have Newcrest, San Myshuno, Sulani, Windenburg. And like it, we have Evergreen Harbor, Granite Falls, Magnolia Promenade, Mount Komorebi, Oasis Springs, Silva Dorada, Strangerville, Willow Creek, Copperdale, and Brindleton Bay. In May, we have Forgotten Hollow, Glimmerbrook, Hinford on Bagley, Moonwood Mill, Tartosa, Del Sol Valley, and Brightchester. In Hate It, there's nothing in Hate It. In Delete It, we have Journey to Batu. That's all I have for today.